Okay, I'm not ready, but I can't really let go of... That's far too good a cue in for the intro. Give me a second, just finish this mouthful. Right. Oh, come on. OBS. Wake up. Okay. So, a long time ago, way back in history, there was a series of streams I ran of Elden Ring, called Elden Ring Casually Deathless. And it was the journey of Deathsperate Dan, the Tarnished who hadn't been told he was immortal. And, annoyingly, at the last second, having gone the whole game without fucking dying, as an ordinary mortal man, and I stress that, I'm like not as a speed run or challenge run freak, like not one of those nutcases who just does that shit on the regs. Just a mortal, ordinary man doing arguably From's largest game without dying. Which also has, let's face it, the entire back half just two-shots you no matter what. That's also kind of a little bit BS when it comes to scaling in my book, but hey-ho. And then the world went quiet, because nothing happened with Elden Ring. No DLC, no nothing for ages. But of course, we have Shadow of the Erdtree on the horizon. This very month, in fact. I will not be able to play it this very month, because I'm on holiday when it comes out. From you fucking bastards. Why did you pick right then? The one holiday I've taken in like a decade, and you pick then. But that doesn't mean we can't train for when I eventually come back. This is the prepped character that I'll be going into the DLC with. I have backed up the save, and then gone into New Game Plus. My intention is to just keep pushing through the game as many loops as it takes until I fall over. And when I fall over, unless I fall over like in the first 5 minutes or something, as I believe was the fate of the original Deathsperate Dave before he was succeeded by Deathsperate Dan, this one, his son, Deathsperate Don, will be attempting his father's Gauntlet in the Deathsperate Dynasty holodeck, and we'll just be running it until he falls over. Unless I fall over in the first 5 minutes, when I die, we will go and raid Rakan, who's doing a Pokemon Uranium Nuzlocke. So, this one is going to get copyright claimed on YouTube almost guaranteedly, because I'm running it on Pretzel Rocks with the YouTube safe tracks enabled. Pretzel then says, oh hey, you need to link your YouTube channel. Every time I do that, it says, oh sorry, there's been a problem, we can't do it right now, come back later. So I can't come back later, can I? I'm streaming now. So we're putting the blues on. And let's get going. This is the same song as earlier. Hang on a minute, no. New song. Pretzel, new song. Why are you I'll reload the page then. Pretzel, turn off the music. I've reloaded the page. Pretzel, wake the fuck up. We've got a city to burn or something? Pretzel. Oi. Oh, snap. Something went wrong displaying this webpage. Oh, gee, I wonder what. I just want some music. Just give me music. Hang on a second. Sorry, I'm not gonna... I need to do this. The reason I can't just do this on my own time, like, why can't I just train on my own time, is because I have to do this under stream conditions.
Fellow citizens.
Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, Mint. Thank you very much for the resub, dear. But yes, I have to practice and do my training under stream conditions. I have to do it while commentating because commentary makes you a lot worse at the game, objectively. Okay, that's a bit loud. There we go. It's back. It's back. We got it back. Hang on a minute. I had you set to instrumentals. What are you doing? What are you doing? He said, Joel, what are you doing? I don't know why Joel is in charge of Pretzel, but sure. I said, hey, what's going on? Yeah, pretty much. I'll get the grafted scion out the way, and then I will explain what we're about with this lad. Or what I'm going to try and be about, and how that's probably a bad idea. There goes the song. Okay. And there goes the music. Oh, snap. Something went wrong with this web page. Okay. So Pretzel's just having like a moment. I'm gonna open a new window for that. Are you alright there, Pretzel, mate? You were fine for the intro. Are you doing okay, bud? You doing alright there, pal? Nope, every time I click this website, it just frickin' dies. Okay, fine. We go a different route. We go to YouTube, much as this pains me, and we plug in Villains Casino Night. This'll do. Okay. Let us begin with what this character is about and how this is going to go wrong. So, I've gone for as much poise and physical defense as possible, because we know that physical attack is the thing that Elden Ring adores more than anything. We're circulating around a decent level 200. I know that they've advised the DLC be like 150, but it's I think it's fair if you're trying not to die. It's understandable that a person would go towards over-leveling. We were rocking a Great Spear, a Blood Star Fist for stance breaking. We have Dragon Communion Seal because we are a combination Strength, Faith, Arcane build. So we've got access to a decent chunk of miracles, or incantations I think they are in this game. But also we use the Arcane Scaled Seal, and we have occult scaling weaponry. Now, why do I think this is not actually going to be as good as I hoped it would be in the DLC? What's the first thing you pretty much see when you enter the DLC? According to all the people who got the cheeky preview stuff from Software, a massive fire guy. What does fire scale off of in this game? Faith. What is fire resistant to in this game? Faith. So the fact that I've gone in on the incantations has probably screwed me a little bit there. Also, we're currently underpowered at the moment because we're lacking the Godric's Great Rune because I set up New Game Plus. So we're going to have to go grab that. This death does not count. This is unavoidable. It says the you died screen but does not show you the death tutorial. Let's get crack-a-lackin'. But other than that, how are we doing today, folks? Rocket doing not bad. Had gym in the morning. Marvelous, marvelous. Ah, good old Limgrave. How you doing, pal? I can't stop for you, Tree Sentinel. I got shit to do. Still in distress because I'm going to have to move apartments soonish. Again. Oh. Oh, Rocket, I'm sorry to hear that, pal. Okay. Deathsperate Dan's wonderful day out. Yep. Although Deathsperate Don in this case. He's just running his dad's holodeck. He's not actually out there adventuring. He's just training himself. First thing we're going to do is beeline it to Stormvale so that I can get Godric's Great Room back. I'm aware that most people swear by Radons or Morgoths, but when you're trying to do a build that can pick up most things and hold them effectively, you can't really beat Godric. Just 43 levels here. Have fun. Keep on swinging. The main idea with this I wanted to go with was a weapon for every occasion. If we need to break stance, we have a weapon for that. If we need to poke people from behind a shield, there's a weapon for that. If we need to shoot people from afar, there's a weapon for that. Now, obviously, we'll chew through the early game things pretty damn fast because we're using a lot of heavily, fully maxed out weaponry. However, pretty much as soon as we hit Lindell onwards, we're going to start feeling the pain, and Ed is going to start having to remember how to dodge. I'm not looking forward to it, but hey-ho, what can you do? Okay, let's throw on a Golden Vow. Throw on the Black's Flame Protection. And let's get in. Margit, how you doing, buddy? Can't stay long. You took no damage from that. Did I miss? I couldn't see because there were status bars in the way. Stand still. I need to stance break you. Ah! Switch round and stab. For the uninitiated, the Starfist is ridiculously good at stance breaking because its heavy attacks hit as hard, stance-wise, as most weapons, but come out way faster. There's much that you can cheese. Now, this is probably a stupid idea. I want to use the main gate. Because I don't really want to piss about with all the jumping. You missed a red bite. Did the sound effect not? Okay, the sound effect must have gotten lost when I was doing all the shit. Sorry.
It's Pride Month 621. You know what that means. I want you to take, like, a gay contract. What? I don't know.
Put a little spin on it because I wanted it all to be Walter for the voice effect, but... Happy Pride Month, folks. Okay, this is gonna hurt. Just keep on rolling, baby. Did not realize big cat. Ow! Keep on rolling. All the armor in the world doesn't actually help too much. It just helps a bit. Let's have a sit. Okay. Back on the run. Also, I want you to know the extent I went into defense. This is our day-to-day shield. We have a dedicated shield for dedicated things. But this is the day-to-day shield. For example, we have a Sunday best shield for dealing with magic. We have an entire shield for dealing with lightning. An entire shield for holy. I wish to be prepared. And this whole endeavor is to test that preparation. The Batman yeah, I'm playing as Batman's utility belt. Which is basically how I played Deathsperate down originally, so I've just taken that and cranked it a bit. This bird is going to be a problem otherwise, so I'm going to remove it now. There we go. There's one bird's enough. Two birds, too much. Going in planning for something to come up. I vibe with this. Yeah, that's the general idea. I didn't go with intelligence. I mean, we have an intelligence of 7, which kind of hurts me because then realizing that the DLC might be a bit faith-proof is worrying to me. Because then I remember this is Elden Ring, the game where From went, "We finally fixed magic! Why won't you use magic? We made magic really strong. Why won't you use it? We balanced everything around magic." So that's gonna... That might suck. Might not. Okay, let's get ourselves all prepped up. Golden Vu. Actually, no, I'm doing this wrong. Ah, fuck. Hang on. Hold on. Wondrous Physic first. There we go. Because then that turns off the mana cost for a second. Golden Vow. Black Flames Protection. Get the shield out. Let's hoof it. Aren't you supposed to do your face transition, mate? What? Hello? Where's the... What did you do with the face transition? I don't know how to deal with this. Okay, now you're doing the face transition. Fucking weirdo. What you doing, Godric? From rebalanced magic to be good. Also from makes most bosses resistant to faith, the main magic in the game. Oh yeah, yeah. Let's not even talk about the Elden beast that is so resistant to faith that for the longest time the wiki said it healed off of it. I even quoted that shit at the time. It was completely wrong, but I genuinely believed that because it made sense in my head. Radagon also takes barely any damage from faith. Godfrey is kind of meh. Fire Giant, that's another one, because he's mostly a faith caster as well. Arcane quality builds are growing. Arcane quality builds are really quite nice. However, it hits a bit of a wall. Because, or at least I think it's going to hit a bit of a wall. And the reason I say that is because From must know by now that bleed is just the definitive meta that people have done for PvE. Now, they won't touch their precious magic, So the Carrion Grandeur builds and all that are probably going to be fine. But I reckon that they will try and cripple bleeding in the DLC. Particularly going by how many things in the trailer seem to be like constructs. EB was like an 80% holy resist. Yeah, the only way you're getting through that 80% holy resistance is like a bonkers, ridiculous horn build. Which, don't worry, we have that too. I did a lot of mausoleum farming on the original save, the original New Game Zero version. That has been backed up, so I will be resetting back to New Game Zero once we're done with this. This is all just to train me how the game plays again. But yeah. What was I saying? Yes, if I've duped as many of the boss remembrances as I fucking can. With the exception of the sorcery-based ones like Dark Moon Greatsword, if it's part of the considered, like, oh my god, so overpowered, this eats bosses, then I've probably got it. Or just use Black Flame spells that eat the Elden Beast as the damage scale off the target's total health. That's the thing though, isn't it? They deal the same percentage of total health, so actually, they don't necessarily eat the Elden Beast. They'll kill the Elden Beast at the same speed as everything else. Like, they'll kill the Elden Beast at the same kind of speed as just a random jump boss. Because it's percentage-based. If you really want to chew Elden Beast, you want stuff like fucking pest threads. Which, don't worry, I'm pretty sure we have that too. Pest threads just rips big bosses apart. Indeed, Black Flame chews everything. So don't worry, we've got Black Flame too. This is what finger but hole does to a man. Yes. Actually, that's a point. I haven't equipped Pest Thread, but I probably should at least... I think I've got the space for it. Where did the site of... Where's the site of Grace go? Ah, there we go. Black Tornado. Ah, I wish Black Flame Tornado was better. Yeah, it does require things to stand still, annoyingly. We even packed... Like, this is the extent I went to. Because they nerfed my boy Rotten Breath, I packed Scarlet Aeonia. This is the extent we've gone to. At some patch between my first runs and now, they chose to cripple the amount of Scarlet Rot build-up on Rot Breath and Exeek's Decay. So you need like 2 pumps now to rot a boss. Scarlet Aeonia still needs 1. Also, let's just to flex prep one more time. You may notice we can use these here incantations, can't we? Except Blessing of the Erd Tree. It's almost like that requires 38 faith, and we have 36 faith. Don't worry, we have a hat for that. We have a whole hat that gives us an extra 2 faith, so that we can use the regen spell if I really need it. made this thing back in March. The reason that I'm doing this is I don't really quite remember how he plays, so I wanted to relearn. But at least I can smile knowing that past Ed prepped. He is prepared. Off to Leonia before the faster than Revenants, faster than Revenants. There we go. Xanathos levels of prep. Oh, I know that name. Oh, what is that from? Also, where is that beacon? Hold on. Ah, there it is. Bit sad that today's stream is not song request. Well, to be honest, I would, but I don't want to get banned off of Twitch. Frankly. Oh, yeah, no, thank you. Thank you. There's a lot of bad guys that begin with Zan, and I wasn't entirely certain, but yes, you do mean the Jonathan Frakes one. Yes. My man Zan is a good time. I still forever love that my first ever Dungeon Master in actual D&D had an entire villain who just straight up was Jonathan Frakes as Zan, and none of us noticed for the longest time that, like, this obviously shady Duke was obviously shady. Because he was just friendly Jonathan Frakes. We loved him. He was great. No one questioned the attic full of magical artifacts. No, no, no. Why would you question that? It's just the Duke. He's the Duke, man. Do it for the Duke. If you're still out there in the world somewhere, Shiro, I miss you. Man, Gargoyles was a good show. Yes. Yes, it was. I can't tell. I think I remember hearing murmurs that they wanted to try and reboot it at some point, but I can't remember if that actually got off the ground. Because I kind of would wince at a modern day Gargoyles reboot, probably. Pardon me, dragon, I got shit to do. Revenants in their game and their bloody epilepsy attacks. No, completely agree. Revenants are a time, but also, like, kind of weirdly easy to deal with in a strange roundabout way, because if you heal, they just flip on their back like a tortoise, and then you can bully them. So they're... I still hate their animations, because their animations make them extraordinarily hard to dodge. But I do think design-wise, they're actually quite cool. Because they're basically the enemy does a glass cannon build. Now, we're entering the magic zone. Don't worry, we've got a shield for that. Is this the one I meant? Hang on. Is it the mirror shield or is it the Albinoric shield I wanted? No, it is the mirror shield. I'm an idiot. It is the mirror shield. Yeah, I'm... Again, haven't used these in a while. Until I learned about the heal kill, I tried to face them head on. Oh, I mean, no shame. I never learned about the heal kill. Like, for, I think, 4 playthroughs. Most people don't, because why would you heal a boss Well, they're basically a boss. Why would you heal a boss? I feel like slow weapon is not going to work so well against the red wolf. I want something a bit faster. So, warped axe. Let's go with that. The reason this stream exists is I was trying to figure out what the hell the build was during one of Ethan's streams last night. I was sitting in the chat and when I found myself passing comments like, why did I pack so many axes? Who needs this many axes? I just sort of felt like, yeah, this is the kind of thing I need to practice in a commentary space, because if I'm trying to comment on all of that shit, my attention is not necessarily going to be on the game. And I should prep for that as well. An axe for every different type of resistance. I don't think I have that, because to be honest, going into things like lightning scales off dex and faith to some degree. Lightning's weird. Then you got fire, which is mostly faith. We've only got enough faith to use the spells. We're mostly arcane, so I just went mostly on the physical end of the spectrum. Although, if we really do encounter emergencies, I've got a sword for fire. I think a poison sword. Antspur rapier for rots. We've got a great sword if something really needs it. The blasphemous blade just for general holding purposes if I need to heal. We got some bleed twin blades. Got the codex sword if something really doesn't like holy. I might have also profited off of betting a few friends in various different Elden Ring attempts of, hey, if I can do XYZ, can you give me a codex sword? Buddy, why do you need a codex sword? I'm prepping, okay? The Deathsperate dynasty are the types who would have a fallout bunker in the Elden universe. Also, fun fact about the warped axe. It's slightly faster than a normal axe. Would you like healing? Don't worry, we've got a sword for that. And this is only a fraction of my healing. Okay, right. Red Wolf of Radagon. Likes to jump around, jump around, jump around. Yeah, let's keep with the warp axe, I think. Alright. You know the drill. Oh yes, I also have a dedicated shield to cast Holy Ground if I really need the extra healing. Jog. Sip. Cast. Cast. I will actually go with the hat build this time, I think. Blessing of the Erd Tree. Change hat. Ow! I don't like the Red Wolf of Radagon. I've never liked it. Fucking jumpy bastard boss. This is what I mean about the damage. You can prep, but things will still hit hard. Which is why a man preps to the nth degree. Because I'm not especially good at Souls-likes. And Souls games in general. So, it's important that a man prepares. If a mortal man is going to attempt this sort of thing. In the shadow of the Earth Tree. Fuck. I think this is the safe spot. Nope. No. I'm not making that run again, no. There we go. Okay, yeah, Mirror Shield will still be fine. You like to parry, though. You like to parry. You like to parry. Scarlet Aeonia! Get rotted, asshole. You know what's not parryable? Jumping attacks. Oh, okay, okay. That's where that new game plus damage is starting to show. Okay, I think I'm gonna burn a couple of flasks, get myself up topped off. Renala. Oh, hold on. Ed and chat, for my own ER training arc, when the thing downloads, what build would you suggest? Already did a quality dragon and considering either caveman, bonk, or Legolas. Legolas might be quite fun, and the reason I say that is that the DLC brings with it throwing knives as a weapon. And I mean as a weapon, not a consumable. I stress that. A weapon. So you just throw things like have a cool kunai build as your basic weapon, not consuming any resources. Similarly, there's a perfumer-based weapon. So you can like just do the dust sprinkling and poof. Again, not consumable. So it feels like the ranged options are getting expanded. So a Legolas build might be quite nice, actually. Okay, that's another bottle down. Now, I want to deal with Renala here. There's a loop back. I remember there's a loop back. Casually shotgunned in the bum. Here you are. Smart Caveman is also fun using. Yeah. Ruin Greatsword and Radahn's swords. Because, you know, that's definitely what strength builds needed. Intelligence. You already made Dex int, like... That's another one. You made Dex a requirement for casters. What? So now, in addition to speccing into Faith and Health and all that business, we now also have to spec into Dex, at which point we're just slightly shit ninjas. There were some choices. Barrier of Gold, there it is. Massive magic negation. Pump decks, yoink every bow, industrial quantities of arrows. Yes. And a pulley crossbow if you can find one for status, however you'd like to say it. Because everybody gangster until a man pulls out the machine gun crossbow with rot bolts. Alright, let's switch out the Old Lord's Talisman. What is the most overpowered spell you currently own, Ed? That's the thing. None of them particularly are. They're just... It's for situations. Like, everybody goes, oh, yeah, Comet Azure, and then you stand on Terra Magica and wear the right set and then blast Moog's entire health bar, yeah! But yeah, if your enemy moves a step to the left, you're done, son. Meteorite of Estelle, that hits a bit harder, but again, you're just standing still the whole time, so almost everything that's like super OP in terms of spells has some form of counter that just fucks it. Or at least fucks with it. Probably should have opened the door first. Oops. Oh well. Come on. The Old Lord's Talisman means it'll keep going a bit longer. Game, stop stopping. What are you doing? This weird stalling. Golden bubble. Thank you. Golden delicious. Just fucking wail on her. There we go. Oh no, whiffs. Soul whiffs. Need you dealt with. There we go. Okay. Please, my dear, cease with the beams. Cease the beams. Ow. Okay. Little Miss Bullet Hell is dead. Spiral Shard's pretty fun, yeah. I would say, yeah, if I had to pick a sorcery that is my favorite, it's the Night Sorceries. Specifically with 2 Night Staves, because nothing dodges those. Like, dodge is the downfall of Comet Azure. Night Sorceries are not dodgeable. The game will not allow the enemy to dodge them. It also means you can hilariously break most NPC invasions because the combat won't technically start for them if you hit them from far enough away, so they start their walking animation rather than their running animation. And then you just walk backwards at a slightly higher speed than they're walking forwards. And they just get boned. South Relicaria Gate. Attempt to skip this one because I know this one's Cuphead and I know they don't like their soundtrack being used outside of Cuphead gameplay. Even though everybody fucking does for some reason. Like, the notice was very nice and clearly laid out for you guys, but you still insist on doing it, don't you? Now, I can't recognize every Cuphead song by ear, but at least that one I can. We don't have the medallions! That's okay. That's okay. We can go up the the cave. Let's say back to our day-to-day shield. And let's say Great Stars actually wouldn't be too bad a shout. Wait, what? Since when didn't they allow Cuphead songs? Since ever. Ever since Cuphead has released. Studio, I want to say their name's MHR. I forget it off the top of my head. has had clearly displayed on their website that they don't mind you using the Cuphead soundtrack. Just make sure that it's in association with Cuphead gameplay, please. Or Cuphead reviewing, like, just in association with Cuphead. And everyone just ignored it. I don't think Studio MHR has the heart to enforce it, bless them. I should not have teleported up here when I want to go down there, should I? I'm a fool. Can I... Is there a way to mantle down there? So either play Cuphead or don't use it, the fuck? Well, when you consider, like, me and my ilk, no one else even takes the time out to write up what you can and can't do with the game soundtrack. So, yeah, like, me and my ilk often using them out of context is just as bad, I'd argue. Because realistically, we're just exploiting a loophole in the system that is that these places can't, or rather shouldn't, they often do still, but they shouldn't, put their soundtracks up onto Content ID systems because people will be playing their game, and they want that free publicity, obviously. Then there's Bandai Namco doing this, claiming everything with the word Elden in it, which is kind of weird, but we're going to leave that to the side for a moment. But like, yeah, we're just exploiting a loophole. Because these people wanted their own popularity of their own game to do well. They didn't feed their soundtracks into the system. So we abuse that on the regular. And then when someone is kind enough to write up, hey, we explicitly don't mind you using it, but under these circumstances, please, everyone then still ignores that. That, I would say, is a bit more dickheadish, because at least that one was written and you chose to ignore it, rather than like circumventing something unwritten. No worse than Games Workshop trying to copyright Warhammer and Marine. Yeah, that was a wild one. Then you got fucking, what's it, King, I want to say, the Candy Crush people, tried to copyright something ridiculous like Saga. I await the day someone tries to copyright the... Oh, it'll happen. And it'll probably be Fortnite that does it. Or Dead by Daylight. One of the two. One of the two all-consuming grey goo scenarios that is currently going on in gaming. There's a bat. There's a bat. Okay. Wasn't there people who tried to copyright Monster, or am I misremembering? That feels like something, I don't know if it was the word monster or something like beast because it was one of their slogans, but that feels like something that Monster Energy would pull. Ah, you bastard. You're off. Actually, that's the point. Since we're on travel mode, let's switch to our day-to-day talisman, the Taker's Cameo, that heals you when you kill things, while we're holding the Great Stars that heals you when you hit things. Why did Ed spec so hard into health? Because the really good heals are percentage-based health heals. And with things like Great Stars, if you've got a mace that heals you on hit and also is a bleed mace, that's pretty damn good. Because you've got strike damage, bludgeoning damage, which is pretty damn fine in this world. Especially in a world full of armored lads. Bleed damage, which we've already discussed, is rather redundantly OP. It's not redundant, it's redonk. That's what I meant to say. Rather redonk OP. And then healing. Which, when you combine it with the Ritual Shield Talisman that massively ups your defenses as long as you're at full health, not bad. I think I can outrun that bat. Gotcha! Now, of course, come the days of the DLC, I will not probably be able to just run past everything because I won't know where the fuck I'm going. However, that's why we packed the day-to-day healing options. Because that means I should be able to, in theory, chug through things in a decent fashion while keeping myself alive. Don't screaming should not do damage, except to your own lungs. Fuck off. Great Star with Prelate's Charge Ash heals you the damn near full and on one charge and staggers like hell. Yes, it does. And then you're also running around the arena, locked in the animation. And then the fire giant flattens you. No. You want healing on a Great Stars, you go with Prayerful Strike. Because then you can donk someone for a single hit, gain back about 40% of your HP, again a percentage-based heal, and generally profit. Because you're also then doing a ton of damage as well. Many a thing exists to not ensure, to help improve the likelihood of survivability. I intend to guarantee survivability where at all possible. Does that put me on heavy load? Yes, it does. Okay. I still think we might be able to stance break the magma worm. So let's get out the kit. Switch round for the Old Lord Talisman so that our spell effects last longer. Put on our magic hat. That's definitely a Cuphead song. This thing isn't correctly playlisted, so I can't skip them just by clicking. I have to manually guess. Again, they probably wouldn't even come after me, but I want to respect their wishes, damn it. It's still going. This is a long one. That's also one. I'm gonna jump a few minutes. Okay. Let's go. Chug. Golden Vow. Black Flame. Blessing of the Erd Tree. Crag Blader up. I forget magma worms just spam this charge move for some reason. Even if it's not necessarily relevant to the fight, they will still spam it. Shit, missed. Pardon? Oh, was your stomach's health hitbox just not there for a second while you were standing up, mate? Okay. Fuck you. Half an hour's worth of pre-fit. It's not half an hour's worth. It's a few seconds. In exchange for really, really, really good healing over time. 10% damage resistance from Golden Vow. 20 to 25, I can't remember off the top of my head. Damage resistance from the Black Flames protection. And then Cragblade for extra stance damage. Pretty damn good. If I really wanted to go ham, I have Wild Strikes. Oh my god. Next decade, you're right. I had not seen it that... You're right. The magma worms are... I need to pause this. The magma worms are just the baby gaping dragon. They really are. They've even got the charge move and the spitting move. Also, while we're on the topic of bosses, and bosses getting a little bit reused, I'm pretty sure there's at least one magma worm in the DLC. I'm pretty sure I've heard that from Iron Pineapple. And the one that alarmed me was when he said, from, I love you, but did we really need another ulcerated tree spirit in the DLC? For the uninitiated, the ulcerated tree spirits can go fuck themselves. Ah, hello, Lanciax. Not going to deal with you right now. Excuse me. Now, what have we got? Animal Crossing relaxing music? Sure. We could do with some relaxing music. Where am I going? What am I doing? Why have I autopiloted up here? What am I doing? I'm a moron. Hang on a minute. Yep, just gonna ignore the tree spirit. Well, see, the thing is, the tree spirits tend to guard, like, the... In base game, anyway, they tend to guard, like, some golden seeds, maybe a couple of crystal tears for the wondrous physique, and that kind of business. Like, so chances are that given the new Sekiroian-esque progression mechanic of like, oh, hey, here's some buffs, but only that exist in the DLC lands, and those are a collectible item in the overworld, why do I get the distinct feeling that that tree spirit is going to be guarding at least one of them? Because if they have a cancer boss, they will put something behind it, sadly. Now, I don't seem to remember... Yeah, these guys up here aren't mandatory, are they? I don't think so. No, yeah, that's right. Thank you, Widgren. They're not mandatory. They're just kind of annoying. I'm pretty sure original Dan just blitzed past them. I will be doing the same. Similarly with the goddamn gargoyles. Like, all of them. Fuck all the gargoyle bosses. Things are going to start hitting a little bit hard. Ugh. Okay. Alexander Tufall, welcome to the capital. Good to see you, an old friend. Yeah. Yeah, Lanedale and I have some memories, that's for sure. I've gone the wrong fucking way, haven't I? Hang on. Wait, I can correct this. I haven't beansed it yet. There we go. I can save it. I can save it. I feel like I should have improved the horse speed for this, because realistically, I'm not going to die on horse time. Oh, but that's a point. There's apparently an item that makes Torrent a little bit more durable coming up. I think that's really sweet. Because he always was our paper mache horse. And it's really, really kind of sweet that they're giving him a bit more staying power. Oh, yep, forgot about the giant archers. Thank you for reminding me. I wish we could give Torrent a nice little hat. Oh, that'd be so cute. No, why you done this? Oh, I can't stop imagining it now. Oh, my dinky little hat. Right, you. I remember you being a problem. You're lightning based, which means I probably shouldn't go with lightning. Also, Ed, why do you have a bunch of Naga Kibas you can't wield? Don't worry, there's a talisman for that. We have Millicent's prosthesis, which allows us, because of the 5 decks it provides, to wield the Naga Kibas if we chose to. If we find ourselves in a point where we need long sword, then there we go. Right. Actually, yeah. Let's commit to that. Let's switch on our blood hat. Breaking their stance with the blood fist isn't really going to do much. For the Lorfs, let's bust out the fingerprint. Also, who knows? Growlmaster, thank you very much. Okay. Now, I don't plan on poisoning them, but I do plan on resetting their aggro so I can get the jump on them. If you're going to stand around in the open world like that, you should expect this. The toot horn is decent against it. That's a question, actually, Widgren. How would you hit them with the toot horn, given I think you get the toot horn from later in? Golden V. Black Flames Protection. And Scarlet Ionia, bitch! No slow and steady poison mist? No. Who do you think this is? Radagon? Oh, I forget it has fireballs. There we go. I am Deathsperate Don, son of Deathsperate Dan, and I have never known the feat. I mean, that's fair. Like, at least we know he's not getting brain rot from feet then. Why can't our horse breathe fire too? Do you know what? If there was a buff in the DLC that gives your I have enough great runes. What do you want about? That gives your horse the ability to breathe fire, that would be quite... Oh, I need to go to Round Table Hold. Even though I have the right amount of great runes, I still need to go to Round Table Hold. Hold on. I'm seeing a problem. Game, why can't I go to Round Table Hold? Pardon? Did I do something to offend you? Can I come in yet? Let me in. We need more great runes. I have two. I've got Godric's, I'm wearing Godric's, and I've got Renala's. That's enough. You don't need Radahn's one. I will still go and fight Radahn, but you don't need Radahn. Oh, fuck. You need to trigger the woman inviting you. I get that, but where the hell is she? Oh, God. Have I done it again? Have I fallen afoul of From's very, very specific... No, you must sit at these graces. What do you mean you just were good enough at the game that you didn't need those checkpoints? You need to sit down at them. Ugh. Really? It's so obvious. Let's try the lake-facing cliffs. Is this enough for you? No. Hang on a minute. How have I ballsed this? Stormvale's main gate? No? There's always a way around. There isn't. Unless we do the whole business of, like, getting fucking, Did we activate Renala's Great Room? You don't need to. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Caelid. That usually calls her out of retirement. But yeah, no, you need to have the Great Runes open, regardless how you want to go there. Unless, very specifically, you want to go to the Tower of Return, walk into Lane Dell that way, and then find a way to fall down the lift shaft without dying. Every other route needs you to visit the hold. That's why no Melania runs are kind of wild. All right, let's go break into Caelid. No, Melania, let's fucking go. No, we were... Well, I would like to at least try Melania. Because then I need to remember how the hell I set up the Mimic tier for this lap. Because just because there's one of me doesn't mean there has to be one of my build. The other advantage to having the ability to equip most things... wrong fucking chest. Of having designed around equipping most things is that my tier can equip most things as well. So, for example, I could turn my tier into a double fingerprint wielding monstrosity. Sit near the gate ruins, that's where Melina meets you. Again, she meets you at the third site of grace that you've unlocked in Limgrave, and I think that's it. I don't believe she does that at the other places, but I would think on New Game Plus, surely you don't have to go through the rigmarole of meeting her all over again, do you? Oh, hi. How you doing there, Kindred of Rot? Nice to see you. Yeah, the weird... The genuinely weird staggering that they did for you only get plot when sitting down. And Baldur's Gate 3 did this as well. You only get plot when long resting. It's genuinely just kind of strange to me. Enjoy yourself, Darkrise. Have a good time. Is this enough for you? Nope, they're really... Okay. You're really going to make me go through Limgrave and sit at... Oh no, yeah, you need to sit at just the right one. Why haven't you sat at the right one in this open world game? You can go in any direction, and we like marketed it off the fact it's an open world game and you can go in any direction. Also, it's a FromSoft game. So people are always going to go in the wrong direction first in order to get the good stuff. No. Let's lock leveling behind that. The horse, if you aren't on New Game Plus. And let's also lock the back half of the game behind an NPC that only spawns if you sit at the right graces in the first part of the game. Again, it's an open world game. There is no first part of the game. There's just what we decided was the first part of the game, but didn't tell you. And you gotta, like, guess. Out of all of the sites of grace available by the time you hit Lanedale, you've got to guess which one's the right one. To be fair, it wouldn't be a FromSoft game without basic stuff locked behind obscure bullshit. Basic stuff being maybe a secret boss, that kind of stuff. I wouldn't say that's basic. Locking the ability to progress might be a bit much. And then I always hold up the other one. You then put a teleporter chest to Caelid in, like, one of the immediate places that can be visited after just taking a hard right straight out of the first door. Oh my god, From. Alright, let's sit down again. We've touched enough graces by now, so that should be fine. Yep, there's the cutscene. Skip it through. I don't care who you are. I don't care that you've injected yourself into this plot. I'm not even sure what your role is in this plot. Because I'm pretty sure that it's behind having to sit down at very specific houses in some random shack in the woods. And then maybe you'll turn up to give me a lore dump. You do get the level up mechanic in any grace outside of the starting area if you get there. Problem is, we've now met her now. But we did stream that earlier. Can we roll that back? Because I swear I didn't see the level up. I just saw past time and the other options. That would be interesting to me, though. Oh, yes, of course. I didn't speak to you first. your fucking endless monologue about the greater will. Hey, is that enough for you now? Can I enter the fucking capital, please? You've actually really interested me now. I'm gonna go back on the YouTube one is gonna be my lifesaver here because I can go back and look at earlier in the live stream probably. View in live control room. No, I just want to watch the damn stream. It's my stream. Let me watch it. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Uh-huh, uh-huh. I ran down the bridge. Yes, I know. I opened the grace. I sat at the grace. Yep, there's no level up option there. You are forced to sit through her bullshit. I'll give me a second. I'm just saving it. And image. I might be being blind though, so I'm throwing this up to a second opinion. I've been a streamer for long enough, people do know I am just fucking blind sometimes. Go about Golden Godfrey. Golden Godfrey should be relatively fine if we can break his stance. So he'd be one for the Starfist, probably. I'm definitely going to want buffs because Godfrey hits like a train. Starfist is around here somewhere. There it is. And a good weapon for just generally whacking him. He's made of holy. So blood loss isn't going to do anything. I just want straight out and out damage. Great Horn yeah, actually. Because you're surprisingly fast. Okay. Yeah, that'll do. We're still on medium weight, aren't we? Yeah. Although chat raised a really good point, like I didn't think about it until you guys said it, but yeah, the Dark Souls 1 pro tag, as far as I can tell, is the only one who can level themselves up. Everyone else needs their handheld, often literally, to do it. Because you got the Emerald? The Emerald Herald. You've got the hemorrhoids in Dark Souls 2 that helps you level up. You've got the Maiden in Demon Souls. You've got Firekeeper in Dark Souls 3. Doll in Bloodborne. And Bitch Tits in Elden Ring. Huh. And goodbye, my son. Wait, does this one also heal me? Oh, it does. Okay. That's why I had you on board. Right, gotcha. See, this is something I would say is obscure BS hiding something basic. But at the end of the day, it's not too obscure. Like, the idea to mantle up a dragon wing that's shaped like stairs will eventually occur to you from standing around this area long enough. The idea, if you've managed to reach this point and haven't sat down at the right specific grace to go back to where you fucking started, why would that occur to you? You're not going to face a locked door that says you need 2 great runes to progress, knowing you have 2 great runes, and go, oh yes, what I need to do is go back to the start of the game and sit down. Remember what you need to do to progress in Anor Londo? Yep, up the support beams of the cathedrals outside, indeed, but that is again very apparent. It's right there. You can see a huge hole in a wall and a bridge leading to a huge hole in a wall. Them's good times. Sorry, Mario, your solution being in another fucking zone is a different scale, I would argue. Speaking of Mario, we seem to be doing some Goomba stomping at the moment. I don't know when that transition happened, but, you know. See, my first playthrough, I thought that would just make me slide off. Ah, fair. Did you find the undead blacksmith? Because finding him was what changed my opinion on what I would or wouldn't slide off of. Because I was almost certain I was going to die from some of those drops, and then eventually it's like, oh, okay, this does kind of work. Cool. I'm actually not feeling the occult hammer. Do you know what? Let's great sword him. Yeah. This is a bonkers. I've not used the greatsword in a very long time, and it is very, very slow. So I'm probably going to suck a bit at this. He doesn't. I don't think he does holy damage, though, so it should be fine. Badonk. Badonk. Okay. Yep, I remember those combos. Ah. Don't know why I went for Giant Hunt instead of... Alright. I mean, as far as I know, I still hit you in the foot there, but sure. Oh. I want to stance break an illusion. Is that too much to ask? My dude. Can I have to say though, for all that I'm muddooding him, I adore Godfrey's moveset. He is just relentless. The fact that he keeps raising a foot and that means that I can't hit him despite standing next to his other foot is a bit strange. Bit of an error of targeting there, but... No? Okay. For all my efforts, I could not stance break the illusion. Do they ever explain why you fight an apparition of Godfrey here? I don't think they do. I'm not certain. I don't believe so, though. So, switch on the cameos.
Crazy!
Crazy indeed. Thank you very much, Mint. And also, hello, Lydia. How you doing? I'm sorry, it's not you, Black Assassin. I just really needed my health back. Okay. Morgott. Morgott is defo wholly resistant. So he's not going to be especially blockable. Do we say fuck you with a fucking anchor? Yeah, probably. Let's pop on the old lordy. Pop on our special hat. Now you've got to make sure you're wearing the special hat before you go out. Back flames protection. Blessing of the Earth tree for health. We're still on medium, but I would like to very quickly switch to the blood hat in case we get a bleed off on him. No one cares, Morgott. Yeah, that's a decent thwack, I think. I'll chase him down. For it. And wild strikes. Nope. Ah, you moved. This is why I like wild strikes. You can just do that. You can face tank through a surprising amount. And then just get in and do it again. It also makes, if you apply it to a lot of big heavy weapons, makes them hit actually faster than their normal attack animations. Costs a tiny dot of FP, but who really cares? Fuck your throne. Then we've got to go play tag with the door. This one, I will give them as a you must sit down because they literally wall you in. You have no choice but to sit down here. Piss off. Oh, got our Roids medallion. Excellent. Man, I will never get over how stupid, bloody stupid Marika's bedroom is. A rock with a thin sheet covering it, and piles upon piles of paperwork. I mean, that just sounds like a working businesswoman's bedroom, to be honest. Like, you got a bed that's more practicality than it is comfort, and piles of paperwork, because you take your work home with you. That's a hard-working queen. What I do not understand is the game community's fascination with making her into massive tits, massive arse, sort of ridiculousness. I don't know where that came from. Like, sure, there were some people who used, like, the classic poser models and whatnot, and just went, oh, it's Marika. And it's like, no, that's just a blonde woman you've dressed in a black dress. That is not Queen Marika. But, like, even from the art, there's not much to capitalize on. So who looked at this art and said, ah, yes, massive tits, massive bum. That's what we're going to iconize Marika as. I mean, if it's what we if it's the price we have to pay for some trans representation, that's fine. That's fine too. But like to the internet droolers, you do realize that they're also a man, right? And a woman at the same time. Radagon Marika is a gender fluid icon. Don't scratch your arse, Don. Stop it. This is a family show. In fun Elden facts with Ed, the rusted anchor, if you weren't aware, does only piercing damage. So it's effectively the same damage type as a spear on a great axe. This is a family show, he says after talking about Marika's big tits and arse. Exactly. The lands between are ruled by a trans fluid person? See, that's where it starts getting wonky, because yes and no. So they ostensibly are ruled by that, but in actuality are ruled by the greater will, which is kind of just puppeting. Which I'm also pretty sure is why Marika's been basically crucified. Some people wanted... Oh, that's a good point, actually, Whitgren. That's a very good point. They probably did just want another Guinevere. It has been a while since the Souls community had had a Guinevere. And at least this one didn't have a scorpion for an arse. Still, though, like... Just allow Marika her goddamn form. Still siding with the blue witch who gets confused about her own name? Yep, no problem at all. I mean, I agree. Not for the reasons that most people agree, which is like, ooh, she's a doll. In some way I find that sexy. Never quite understood that one. No, I agree because she gives you a massive fuck-off sword that shoots lasers. Now that gets my attention. Oh, I'm deeply autistic. I have trouble understanding when a woman is flirting with me. But if she grants me a giant fuck-off sword that shoots lasers, I think you might be flirting with me. No, not today, Black Blade Kindred. Thank you very much. You suck. You absolutely suck. You and your Black Blade brethren. In fact, generally just the Black Blade gargoyles. In fact, no, let's expand that. All the gargoyle boss fights. Ouch. Excuse me, I'm trying to take the elevator. Do you mind not inviting yourself in here? Fuck off. Oi! I said fuck off. If I hoist my medallion with him in here, is he coming with us? Hold on a minute. No. It had his name at the bottom of screen for just a moment. And I got very worried he'd come with us. Imagine a lightweight greatsword, a lightweight version of the Moonlight Greatsword, since there are light greatswords in the DLC. That would be kind of interesting, especially since we haven't had the Moonlight Greatsword yet. We've had the Dark Moon Greatsword, not the Moonlight Greatsword. So, if there ever was going to be a game that could get away with having 2 Moonlight Swords, I could kind of see it. Oh, we've also got another addition to the family naming schemes where we change one letter. We've had Renala, and now we have Relana. Completely different character. Also likes to get her moons out. Completely different character. I should probably start paying a bit more attention because we're in the mountaintops of the giants where shit starts getting nasty. Ooh, nasty. Picturing someone using Guinevere as a hammer. What? Oh, that would be amazing. Just like picking up the daughter of the King of Sunlight and just swinging her around as a mallet. I just remembered why this bridge shat me up the first time. I'm gonna speed up. This is the closest this game gets to Anor Londo. Giant sniper in the distance, thin ass bridge. He's got a great bow that knocks you on your ass when it hits you, and I can see you winding up. I can fucking see it. Nope, 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 no, 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 no. Motherfucker, how did you curve that in the air? What? Go away. Wait for the thud. Move! Go, go, go! Hoof it! Faster! Bit faster, Torrent. Little bit faster than that, please. Little bit faster. Don't want to get yeeted. Thank you. In before that, Relana turns out to be actually Renala using a stupid pseudonym. You know what? If they did that, I probably would have more respect for it. Because that would at least then agree that the entire family is just really dog shit at coming up with spy names. It would put them over the net into Alucard Dracula territory. What was I doing? What am I going to fight here? I need fire resistance, don't I? Flame protect me. There we go. We haven't really come across anything that makes me need the Scholar's Shield yet, but we'll get there. It's good to have that one prepped just in case. Because despite it being blue, just generally helps with shielding, not just magic shielding. Quite nice, actually. Pick up Gwyndolin and use the snakes as a flail. Why are we just picking up members of the Gwyn dynasty and the Gwynasty and just swinging them around? Actually, though, I would love that in a. It would have to fit in like a comedy Souls-like. But where you don't get boss weapons, you get weapon bosses. So once you've beaten the boss, you just pick them up and put them in your backpack. Full form and everything. Like, despite them being like, they'd have to be about the same size as the player character, which does limit you a little bit in scope. But just the idea that you can beat, like, Jiminy the Shepherd, and then just pick him up, sling him over your shoulder. people are using gods as weapons. I want to use Havel as a hammer. Havel as a hammer would be amazing. Indeed, indeed. Oh, you're the area with the ice shrimps, aren't you? Oh, hi, dragon. How you doing? Wasn't expecting you to show up. Yep. Actually, I'd rather you than the ice shrimp. So wherever you are. Every time I see that boss's name, it hurts me because it reminds me that we never got to see its name when I renamed it in the Seth Orvan playthrough. It was Aurora Borealis, the localized entirely. It's not my greatest joke, but it's the only joke that feels right when you name an ice dragon in the tundra Borealis. I'm slightly concerned that having bosses be weapons would lead to social links. It depends, I suppose, if you've knocked them out or if you've killed them. If you've killed them, then no social link. If you've only knocked them out and then they're just like chilling in your pack and kind of optimistic about their new life, maybe you could get away with it. Or then, of course, there's Boyfriend Dungeon, which is just you are dating your weapons. Game, please stop pausing for a half a second. Why do you keep doing that? Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Oh, yeah, actually that's a quite good way around Next Decade. That's a quite good way around the size issue that I just mentioned, actually. So you could fight an enormous boss still, but you wouldn't use its body as the weapon, you'd use its soul as the weapon. So literally just tear out its soul and be swinging around the sort of ball on a spectral energy whip like a flail. Just they do the classics where like it's a sphere of light and then a little wibbly, ooh, I'm not quite fire tail coming off it. You just grab the end of that and start pulling. That's literally how it works in Devil May Cry. In terms of process, yes. In terms of aesthetics, not necessarily, because boss weapons of DMC tend to turn into things like scythes and guitars and shit. Like, they still have a form. They basically just do a slightly edgier version of FromSoft boss soul weaponry, where it turns into a weapon, and then it just claims to be the soul of the thing. Have you seen the Enotria game? It's a Renaissance puppetry masquerade Souls-like set in Spain. It's rather... Is it set in Spain? I thought it was Italian folklore. Hold on a minute. I've got it somewhere. Enotria The Last Song demo. Ow! Shut up. Enotria The Last Song is a Souls-like set in a beautiful sunlit world inspired by Italian folklore. No, it doesn't. Hey, being fair, it doesn't say where it is. So it could be Spitalian. No, that sounds wrong. That sounds like everybody's just spitting now. That just sounds wrong. Don't worry about damning your own mistake there, Alexander. I've made one far worse. No one wants to think of Spittily. I'm gonna go piss and just leave you to stew in that.
Dragon energy. Oh my.
one point when Rome ruled all of the lands, there was a case for Spitaly existing. Oh! Ah! No! That's made it worse. That's just imagining now entire legions of Romans just marching along going, 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! No. That was the secret to Roman concrete, or whatever it was. What was it, Roman concrete? What's the... It's like a road paving substance we never figured out how to do again. I want to say it's Roman concrete, but I think I'm wrong. Right, there's not really much point trying to block the fire giant, so let's go with 2 omen cleavers. I'd rather be fast with the iron giant, with the fire giant. With the fire giant. So let's say you beastmen curved swords. Ah, okay, that's got the speed. Definitely going to want the Old Lord's Talisman because I'm definitely going to want to be a bit more fire resistant. Are these the right way round? Capture the Mists and Braggart's Roar, yes. Iron Giant with his weapons would be a... Oh! I mean, I could see an edit where, like, you've got... Iron Giant, towards the end of the film, pulls out all his weapons, a health bar appears, and Dark Souls boss music starts playing. Okay. I need to think this through. So he's chilling up there. Don't need the Bloodstar Fist. I might keep the scythe on hand, actually. I can see that as well, Ed, and then a blank on how to actually fight him. That's because he'd have to be an armored core boss, pretty much. Yeah, I'm chill with that, okay. Definitely going to want the healing over time. Right. This is going to suck. Let's get going. Flame protect me. Golden Vow. We can't use Black Flame's protection because that's the same buff slot. We can at least add that one. Horse. Go. Okay. Double tier 8 the first hit. That's fine. If ever there was a hit him in the shins, boss. It's... Ah! I didn't realize you backed off. Oh, fucking hell. Considering the rest of the game, this guy is genuinely such a weird design, and I kind of love him. I hate him, but I kind of love him. How did you hurt me with that? Was that FromSoft brand dust again? God damn it. Gonna start rolling. Except you didn't go. Oh, alright then. Okay, now you're rolling. Where is he? Oh, there he is. This whole business was a lot easier when one could bank on getting him to rot. Okay, okay. Now, normally, I would say, let's go Scarlet Aeonia, but actually, I think that's going to bite me in the arse. Because it'll mean that I'm having to stay still for a very long time. So staying mobile is where it's at, I think, for this one. Oh, fire, fire, fire. Shit. Yep. Ah, there it goes. FromSoft and their fascination with fire hitting you twice when there's no way to dodge out of it after the first one, I have never understood since Dark Souls 1. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We'll run the Deathsperate Gauntlet some other day. It was so close indeed, Alexander, but it was also 3/4 of my health in a single attack, which was also the first attack, because you're not allowed to dodge out of it. If you're hit by it the first time, your character will roll on the ground like a cat with a bug on its back, and then immediately get hit again. It's, something I've never understood why they like so much. They do it with all of their dragon fights. They do it with the Fire Giant as well. Oddly, not the giant archers that also breathe fire. Deathsperate Dom retires and goes to the family dojo. No. You gotta remember, this is just borrowing the family holodeck. No. Deathsperate Don will return. I wonder if my flames grant me protection ran out at exactly that moment. Probably. Anyway, I will be leaving you there for now, and I will see you again sometime later. But I will be dropping you somewhere important, which is one of the reasons that I wanted to stream today specifically, was so that I'd gather together a bunch of people, so that then I can run raid you onto Rakan, who is doing a marathon Nuzlocke of Pokemon Uranium. He's a tired boy, he's trying his best. It's a yearly tradition for him, a bit like me and Sonic 06 used to be, so I'd appreciate it if you'd show him some love and support. All the best. Thank you very much for the times. Bye.